Call to order. Redevelopment meeting, regular session, 6:30. Call to order, please.
Mayor Pacheco,
Here.
Mayor Pacheco Solar,
Here.
Councilmember Hodge,
Here.
Councilmember Leon,
Here.
Councilmember Carlos,
Okay.
Mayor Furman,
Figueroa, would you lead us in pledge of allegiance?
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City pledge coalition statement.
Together, we pledge to provide effective and efficient services in a courteous and respectful manner to improve the quality of life for all in our unique border community, Calexico.
Figueroa. Invocation during Mr. Hugo. Please stand. Secretary Executive.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we're grateful for your protection and provisions. We come to you this evening with a humble spirit. In a time where media outlets accompanied by social media constantly and unequivocally remind us of our fragile unity, we pray that the people of Calexico can move beyond the noise to a place of true respect, unwavering kindness, selfless compassion, and unconditional love. I pray that those that lead us may receive from your hand the blessings of leadership, not to impose upon the people, but to uphold the people. We especially pray for our police officers, first responders, active military members, and protective agencies close and afar. May a spirit of unity prevail in this chamber this evening. We pray in the name that is above all names, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Closed session announcements. Take care of council in closed session, receive direction on the closed session item, but I don't report it. Thank you. Move on to approval of the agenda. Is there a motion?
So, second.
All those in favor of the agenda?
Aye.
Thank you. City clerk, what's the announcements?
please proceed to review the city council website and www.calexico.ca the Friday following the council meeting. Mayor Pacheco will have community office hours to hear concerns from citizens on the fourth Wednesday of the month from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at the Fernando Menendez Council Chambers.
Thank you. Presentation, we have a update on the Chamber of Commerce business activities by Executive Director, Isabel. We're going to try to have these on a monthly basis in the first month of our sessions to get the ins and outs of what's going on with our chamber.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mayor Pacheco, City Council, everybody that's up here. Thank you for the invitation. This is just a brief report. I don't have any storyboards or balloons or lights or glitter because we didn't feel it was necessary. We're trying not to use a lot of paper. We're recycling, and most of our participations with our members is done through the internet and social media, and of course our cell phones. I hope the report will suffice any inquiries you might have, if you have any, but this is what I have to present. The Calexico Chamber actually has in their hands minutes and papers from as early as 1921, between 1921 and 1923. Same issues. Business is slow, port of entry, lines are backed up, politics, just different characters, but we're doing the same. Now that Sandra Towler secured a grant to digitize the Calexico Chronicle from 1904 to 1998, I'm sure we can do some research and find stories earlier than the early 1920s regarding our local chamber. Our 2018-2019 chamber year began July the 1st. Our board is structured with an executive team consisting of Gil Acuna, Advanced Services, Inc., Eduardo Rivera, attorney at law, and Daniel Romero, Custom House broker. Our board of directors include Louis Wong, Yum Yum Chinese Food, Becca Pletes, who just recently retired from Wells Fargo but stayed on our board as an associate member, Joe Moreno, who actually represents Wells Fargo, Marlena Rascon, First Imperial Credit Union, Rosie Areola Fernandez, who's an associate member, but previously represented our Central Regional Medical Center and the Heffernan Memorial Healthcare District. Ben Horton, Economic Development and Consultant, David Gaines Legal Shield, Fonzie Ruiz Ivy Design Group, Maria Lucas Sun Community, Nelson Baxley PFS Investments, Norma Podaca Imperial Valley Medical Clinic, and Jose Landeros, VP of Sales for David H. West Insurance. We also have Luis Delgado, Allen L. Travel Agency, Victor Carrillo, CR&R Incorporated, Environmental Services, Luis Escareño, Uweta Duty Free, Valentina Estes, Benchmark Mortgage, and we count Mayor Luis Pacheco as a representative from the city of Calexico. That is who runs the Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Acuna and Mr. Carrillo are representatives on the Imperial Valley Joint Chambers Board. Mr. Rivera is in charge of government affairs and legal issues. Mr. Romero and Mr. Carrillo also report on the ports of entry. Mr. Acuna is the chairman of the annual Mariachi Festival. Mr. Horton is economic development, and Mr. Delgado and Mr. Cañas represent international affairs and special events. Mr. Fonzie Ruiz and Marlena Rascon are marketing. Louis Wong is the business rep for the Imperial Avenue corridor and downtown, and the support team consists of Valentina Estes, Rosie Fernandez, Maria Lucas, Jose Landeros, Joe Moreno, and Norma Podaca. And that is how the board is also split up. Our membership levels are Chairman Circle, which Uweta Duty Free and Advanced Services Inc. are members of. Executive Circle is Pioneers Memorial Healthcare, Heffernan Memorial Healthcare District, First Imperial Credit Union, CR&R Environmental Services, Wells Fargo, Republic Services, Sun Community Federal Credit Union, Grand Plaza Outlets. We have a Dream Team level, which is more of a donation to the chamber. We have an associate member level, a nonprofit level, and of course our business level. Events that are coming up, last week we held our Back to Business Mixer at the Holiday Inn Express on August the 30th. We had over 60 people there. We had food and drink and networking and raffle prizes, and we made new contacts. September starts committee meetings for the Mariachi Festival. Today was the first one for the 28th Annual Mariachi Festival for 2019. We also, next week, start the meetings on the Calexico Christmas Parade. On September 14th, we're assisting Grand Plaza outlets on their Art Walk on the Border and Mexican Independence Day celebration. Also this month, California Market, the one on 2nd Street, is celebrating their 50th anniversary of business in the city of Calexico, and we're also assisting in that. Assemblymember Eduardo Garcia will recognize the Lu family and the business this month. September the 27th, the Chamber has a fundraiser, Shop Local and Business Expo. It's a drawdown raffle to keep us going to the end of December. October the 3rd, the Imperial Valley Joint Chambers of Commerce will have their fall mixer. The chambers take turns, and last year at Calexico, we were the host, and we held it at San Diego State here at the Calexico campus, and it was very nice. It's specifically for people all over the valley that are members of one or all of the chambers, but it's also for elected officials and candidates of all the cities. And it's a good way to meet each other and exchange ideas. This year it'll be held on the 3rd of October at the Hampton Inn in El Centro. So I guess the El Centro Chamber is the host this year. So I encourage all candidates and elected officials, all of you, to show up and be seen. On October the 20th, Calexico International Rotary Club will hold their first annual talent show, which is a fundraiser to keep the community, so they can keep investing into the community. We're also helping our chamber member, the Rotary Club, and Officer Legaspi, Sergeant Legaspi, who also is a big organizer of this event. In October, we're planning a political forum just for city council candidates in the city of Calexico. But we're going to touch base with all of them first, and maybe they don't want a forum, maybe they just want to come to the chamber and make a couple of presentations. But we're going to check with them first. We've only spoken to 2 of them, and so we'll be working on that. In November, we have a holiday mixer. We're working on the Farm Workers Breakfast, which is December the 7th, and we're part of that. And then on December the 8th is Calexico's annual Christmas parade. I had mentioned to Mr. Pacheco that we need to be concerned, well, not concerned, but we need to be ready because we have 2 big events back to back, and therefore there might be a strain on the city people, employees, these events, closing down streets, putting up chairs and tables, tents, and all of that we do for both the Farmers Breakfast and the annual Christmas parade. Just those are the events that we have coming up per se, but it doesn't include the in-between events like dealing with economic development, networking events, and other events that pop up out of nowhere. And so that keeps us really busy. We work closely with Mr. Dale, with Mr. Figueroa, with Ms. Howard, and so we are, they keep us abreast of what's going on. We try not to bother them because we know it's very busy here. You know, on our board, we have former city attorney, former mayors, former city councilmen, and we also have a former city manager even. So we know exactly cómo corre el agua here at the city level. So we try to stay out of their hair, and once they need us for something, we'll come in and meet with them. In 2019, we have the Joint Chambers Mixer Expo that we have at the fairgrounds, and we are working on that already. And we're working on our March 1st annual Mardi Gras. We already have 2 couples ready for King and Queen for 2019. And so if any of you are interested, I know some of you have done this for us, including Councilwoman Hurtado, and last year, Mr. Dale, you dragged your wife over and you ran the King and Queen of the annual Mardi Gras. The Mardi Gras is a fundraiser for the upcoming big event, which is the Mariachi Festival. We're working with San Diego State University on their Taste of the Valley Scholarship Fundraiser, which is March the 23rd. And on May 9th, we just met with Catholic Charities out of San Diego. They're going to be putting on an event on May 9th here in the city of Calexico to benefit the men's shelter and the House of Hope, the women's shelter in El Centro. We will be part of this as a start off for the Mariachi Festival festivities. So we're going to team up and we're going to be helping them. The Mariachi Festival will be May 15th through the 18th. And then June comes around and it's our annual membership dinner and Lava Lamp Awards, and our year is over. We went dark the month of July, and not necessarily dark. We were in and out of there, but the board didn't meet all of July. The board meets every Monday at 12 noon at the chamber. And if you're lucky and you go to a meeting and there's food, you're very lucky, but usually it's just water. And they meet, and if it's a holiday like this week, they'll meet the following day, which is Tuesday. We're open Mondays from 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. We're open Tuesdays through Thursdays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Friday by appointment. Otherwise, the office is closed totally on Fridays because I have to be able to get out and meet at certain locations or visit businesses, and so I try to do that on Fridays. I am the full-time employee. I have a part-time staffer on Mondays, and the entire board is on a volunteer basis. We get our funding from memberships and fundraisers and service contracts. We have approximately 250 members. These members and the following members join our chamber over the summer, and they are CR&R Inc., Environmental Services at the Executive Circle level, United Domestic Workers of America, Proactive Health Inc., Javier Moreno Associate Member, Unión de Artesanos de Baja California. Two new businesses just opened up on First Street. They are SK Immigration Services and Queen Bee Bridal and Special Occasion Items. We will be assisting them with a ribbon cutting, mixer. They haven't joined our chamber yet, but we're working on it. I think it's unique that they chose that location, and we kind of know why, but First Street facing the border. And so they're going to need a lot of help from us. Wells Fargo will be opening a new section soon, our chamber member Wells Fargo. They're remodeling some of the bank. They put in a new floor where everybody was relaxing on Labor Day. The workers are laying down the new floor. They've marked up their parking lot. First Imperial Credit Union is having their grand opening in October of their brand new First Imperial Bank building on Cold Boulevard. And Sun Community Federal Credit Union has come up with a community events that they'll be starting this month and inviting community members to come, and they'll have refreshments and freebies and raffles and in a way to promote themselves, but to open it up to all of the community. Also, Pioneers Memorial Healthcare just hired a new person in the marketing department. Frank Salazar is still there, but this is someone else. And he will be working strictly with the city of Calexico regarding Pioneers Memorial Healthcare. He'll be working with the chamber, and he'll be seeing to the needs of marketing needs of the different entities that Pioneers Memorial has here. We have to congratulate Heffernan Memorial Healthcare. They just hired their new director or manager, Tomas Beaton, and they will be holding a press conference and a mixer to introduce them to the community and let it be known. Also, on another note, Mario Renteria, who we all know from the Imperial Valley Press, has just been hired as district representative for Senator Ben Wessel, and the city of Calexico is part of his coverage area. So we will be directly working with Mario Renteria when it comes to Senator Wessel's agenda. This is all I have. I just want to let you know that we're all moving forward. It seems that people are hiring and joining and things are happening. Things might not be moving as fast as we'd like them to move, but they are moving forward, and that's what's important. And we have to be progressive, and we have to support each other. And I'd like to thank you for inviting me here, and that's what we're doing at the chamber. Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you take a couple questions?
Oh, I guess so. Okay.
Hi, Helen.
Hi.
Back in the day, 10 to 15 years ago, I remember attending Lava Lamp Awards in June, Mariachi Festival in May, and it was the event to be in. It was sold out. It was very popular. People from all over came over, be it Mexicali, be it San Diego County, be it Riverside. It was like a regional event, in this case, two regional events. Lately, I've seen a diminishing return on the investment, let's say, because the effort is still there, but the attendance is down. You look at the Lava Lamp Awards, you get 100 people, where before you got 300. You look at the Mariachi Festival, it used to be sold out with 1,500, 2,000 people, now you get 500. What can we do as a community, as a city council, as a city, as an entire community of Calexico, to get back to where we were 10, 15 years ago when it was a packed house? And again, those are your two signature events. And by signatures, obviously your two revenue generating events. So in my personal opinion, I think a lot of the financial distress that you are going through is partially because of the lack of attendance to your two signature events. So what are your opinions on that?
Well, my opinion is that you can't go back. So you have to keep moving forward. So even though 2-3 years ago there was 500 people at an event, well, probably it's not going to happen again because people change, the marketing isn't there, the economy isn't there, a lot of things change. But you have to keep plugging away. The money makers are the Mardi Gras. That's probably, and the drawdown rappers. That's it, because Mariachi Festival has never been a money maker. It just pays for itself. It's a promotional tool for the city of Calexico and the Valley of Imperial Valley to promote itself and use these tourist attraction entertainment venues to bring other people into your community. All of these events are positive press for you. And that's what you should put your buck on, support these things that will bring people from out of town to visit your beautiful city. The other thing too is that when there was money, that we used to have a lot of backing. We used to bring mariachi bandas, the Calexico and Mexicano and more celebrity-like mariachis, and that's what brought people in. But we can't afford that, so we can only do what we can while working with the budget that we have in order to sustain it. The first few years that the Mariachi Festival came to Calexico, because it was Carmen Durazo's idea. The city and the chamber, we lost tons of money because we had to invest, but then it started to get better and better and better, and now it's back to coming down. You have to keep these going. Hopewell has the Carrot Festival. Carrot doesn't make money every year. You know what I mean? You just have to keep at it. And Mariachi Festival for the city of Calexico, it's a win-win, but we have to be able to pay the cost of it. And so we're out there raising money. That's why it's such a big endeavor, large endeavor, that's why we started our meetings today, because it takes months and months and months to put it together.
Well, you said something really important, that's progressive. And I think we're down here, and we're trying to do this. And I think it's important that we use the word progressive. Why? Because we have to think outside the box in order to make these things happen and continue with these traditions that have become now a staple of Calexico. We just need to make them a wash or make them be profitable, obviously.
You need to attend, you need to buy a ticket, if you can't buy a ticket, call your family up in Mexico City, tell them to come. And they're going to say, why would we want to go to the United States to listen to it? Because this is my hometown, and we're trying to keep these things moving. And if everybody did stuff like that, things would be more successful. Instead of talking smack and bringing them down, you need to be positive and support what's out there, and then maybe you can come up with new stuff that will even be even better. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else?
Well, thank you for the presentation, and you've got your events down for the year, and hopefully we can continue to promote and help you out in whatever we can, and make sure that we attend the functions. It is our city. You are our representative. You are out there, a voice for this community, and we want to make sure that we are on the same page and doing things together. That's how we can get this progressive and promotion going. I think that's what's needed. Thank you for coming and sharing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all.
Now to public comments.
This is the time for the public to address the city council on any item not appearing on the agenda that is within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city council. The mayor will recognize you when you come to the microphone. Please state your name and place of residence for the record. All members of the public are encouraged to participate. It is unlawful to disturb or delay the council meeting with personal or slanderous remarks. If the item you wish to comment on is a consent item, please comment now. City council is prohibited by state law from discussing items not included on the printed agenda. If the item you wish to comment on is on the public portion of the agenda, we will take your comment and object to the item on the agenda. Please direct your questions and comments to the city council. Carmen Durazo.
Mayor Pacheco, members of the council, David Dale, Mr. Figueroa, members of the community that are here. We've come here, Annalisa Pacheco is the chairwoman of the City of Calexico's Library, Arts, and Historical Board under the direction of Sandra Toller as our Community Services Director. I'm here as a board member and also as president of the nonprofit Calexico Arts Council. As you know, there is no budget for the city for the Carmen Durazo Cultural Arts Center. We rely on as a nonprofit to get donations from people for events and programs that we have there. And so we've always worked together in collaboration then with the City of Calexico Arts Commission, now with its new board. And together we work as a good team, kind of the Mariachi Festival is a team effort as well. We're here to give you a save the date, October 16th. It's a Tuesday. At 5:30 in the evening, we're very proud to announce that your monument celebrating the friendship of two border cities, two countries, and the hard work of 1,500 volunteers will be unveiled. I don't know if you've had a chance to look, but behind the Veterans Monument, we got a piece of the old fences that came down behind Grand Plaza that was painted by 1,500 volunteers from the Mexicali and Imperial Valleys. And it's put into a monument thanks to very wonderful city staff from engineering to workers. Mr. Dale has been working on that. And every time I go by there, I take pictures of city staff in their spare moments with all the other things, emergencies they have to do first, trying to get that monument ready for us. We have brought in artists from both Mexicali and Calexico to paint it. We've also painted, it's still the friendship bracelet. On the back side though, we never completed the project, was to paint a friendship bracelet on the Mexican side. So we brought in Mexican artists to paint that on the Mexican, and we did it in collaboration. So I know it's covered right now with plastic, but there are two friendship bracelets on both sides of the border, signifying our unity. We're united in cultures, family, community, economic development, businesses, and history. And so we're inviting you all. There'll be more details coming out later. 5:30, the ceremony will start here. And then we're going to go to the Cultural Arts Center at the Hotel de Anza, where there will be an exhibit. I'm a bit of a pack rat, and I've saved the 20-year-old junk from the project. It was a 5-year project. And so there will be historical documents, photos of many of the volunteers that painted it. And we're going to have it curated professionally and exhibited. And we'll have a reception because it's still warm in October, so probably a little thirsty and a little hungry. We are asking for donations. I would like to say from the city council, from city employees, David has already told us he's going to give us a donation. It's a tax deductible donation. Ben Horton is on our committee as well. I see you there. Gilbert Grijalva is also helping us get donations, and ourselves up here. We've been meeting since September, almost on a weekly basis to try to get this done. First it was to get panels, and then to see where we would go from there. It is a historic event. It's hard to reach people, so if you know anyone who ever painted this from 1998 to 2001, please, if you, a friend, family, help us spread the word, because this is to celebrate them. That was their piece of the mural that they painted. All the schools in Calexico, I'm not sure of the mission school, but all the other schools were involved. IBC, San Diego State, students from South America through UCSD, St. Mary's from El Centro, IBC, San Diego State, many clubs, organizations, elected officials, everyone participated. You'll get to see your photos up there. So I think the first thing is, you were all a lot younger. I'm the only one who hasn't aged. But anyway, if you have anything to donate, we'll have enough food or treats or something to give you. We're looking forward to it. I was also visited yesterday by one of our products, one of our distinguished artists in Calexico, Mr. Dorantes, Jimmy Dorantes. Do any of you know him? His life work has been also taking photos of the U.S.-Mexican border. Coincidentally, he has just finished producing his book and printing it. So it will be for sale here. He'll be signing it if you would like to see it. We're very glad to have him join our courses. We'll also have a Simon Siva painting that we're using as a fundraiser, $50 a ticket for the nonprofit. You can buy a ticket, see the painting. I think Marisa's going to have some t-shirts she had made for the 110th anniversary there as well. And I hope you will all invite everyone there. It is really, we were just talking about building community. Let's bring back those people from 15 to 20 years ago. Let them know that they're still important in Calexico, that we want them. Let's bring them to Mariachi Festival, to all events, make them active, make them participate culturally in everything that we do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Raza.
Mayor, I just have one.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I think Carmen Durazo said it all, but I'm going to leave you with a quote from Winston Churchill. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give.
Thank you. October 16th, 5:30 today. It says this at your campaign box. Okay, thank you.
John Anderson?
Great council, by the way, Mr. Gale, thank you.
Honorable City Council, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, a couple of announcements. Port of entry, northbound will be opening Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. You're not in, since you knew about it yet. The cat is out of the bag. The access will be the river zone only to begin with. If you're familiar with Mexicali, you'll have to come up the river zone. 10 lanes, they don't know how many centers yet, that's to be determined. Because you know, like San Isidro, you'll be able to light up as many as you can, depending on it. There's 60% traffic right now that's centered, by the way, in Calexico. That's why you're having those long backups in Century. So that probably will drive how many they open. The other announcement I want to make, a couple of them I was in Mexico City. I met with the Commissioner of Customs, Mr. Kevin McClellan, here last week, and also the Chairman of the Homeland Security Appropriations Committee, Yoder, and also Congressman Cuellar from Texas regarding Calexico issues. Yoder, this is very embarrassing. I asked him specifically about Calexico, and he didn't know where we were. And he's the chairman of the Appropriations Committee for Homeland Security. They don't fund the port, but he should have known where we are. And his staff immediately contacted me immediately to follow up, picking up fees and everything else. But it goes to show you, they need to know where we are, who we are. They need to see you. It's not just letters, they need to have FaceTime. The other thing, on the 19th of September, we'll be having a county band visiting Calexico again, probably out in front of City Hall. You can do voter registration, you can do social services, you can open Medi-Cal, you can do a myriad of child support. So everything will be available. We'll do a lot of publicity putting it out on that. And I think that's it. So that would be my report for tonight. This is the 19th. That would be a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. And California Supermarket is tomorrow celebrating their 50th anniversary, and the county will be there as well as the senator. So thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Anderson.
Javier Moreno?
Thank you, John, for putting us on the map. Good evening, everybody. Mayor, Pacheco, council member. My name is Javier Moreno. I am the co-founder of the Calexico Schools Safety Coalition, and I'm here to invite the public on September the 13th here at the council chamber at 6 o'clock. We'll be having a community forum where we have a group of panelists. They include clinical psychologists, the public safety. We have Chief of Police Gerardo, Fire Chief. We will be here part of the panelists. We're going to have behavioral health, the Federal County District Attorney's Office. We're going to have, hopefully, we're working very hard to have Assembly Member Garcia and Senator Wetzel as well, state legislators. And also, we're going to have Mr. John Renison, part of the panel. Basically, what it is, the topic for that meeting would be the active shooter incidents and emotional health. And as you know, we have a national crisis with the active shooters in schools. And so this is going to be a community effort to dialogue with the public. Basically, what it's going to be, we're going to have panels up here, and it's not so much the public complaining what they're not doing the facility because they're doing an outstanding job. What it is that they're going to speak for about a minute, and my intention is, as a moderator, is to have a dialogue, okay? Kind of like get the community involved, because we don't have enough of that. As it is, the parent is out here for the parent. As it is, it's hard to get the parent to meetings. So what I even propose is have refreshments and dinner and babysitting hours as well. So hopefully we're activated with that with the schools. And we have the school district, Mr. Gonzalez, the assistant superintendent at this time. He's also on board. He's been cooperating with us for the last couple of months. Some of the sponsors for that event are the Heifer Memorial Healthcare District. We have the MAG Coalition, and we have the Electrical Wellness Center. We have the CEO, Blanca Morales, who's also supporting our cause. Thank you, Blanca. And we have San Diego State University, the Research Foundation, which I so proudly represent. And hopefully the quality is going to cater with the refreshments and food. So, thank you. Any questions?
Thank you, Javier. The 13th, great idea. Good meeting.
Mayor Pacheco, members of the city council, my name is Joaquin Tapia or Jack Tapia, whatever. And I just want to thank you, all of you, for keeping our Calexico Police Department and not the other people that were ready to come in. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Mr. John King, item number 12.
Is he gonna wait for the act? I submit the public.
Okay,
comment.
okay.
I rounded one of the people, I rounded the. I got so many. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And my name is Joe King. I believe some people doesn't know. And one of the things I'm still demanding my request since June 27th. Council member Jesus Escobar falsely announces to the people June Kim signed the paper to raise the trash, so to speak. I'm demanding, I was guessing every time, and I didn't get a copy of the paper. Why council will covering up, or why the city manager is covering up? They're supposed to have document if I sign it. Why council so badly lied to the community to achieve the water bill type?
I wanna know that. And I find it interesting, I found that a lot of people have wrong bill. Their bill is estimated, suddenly they got the bond about $200, some people $500 for the woman's water bill, 160. They have just a couple, only couple living there. The estimated billing technically causing that the overrun usage. So they charge legally, but illegal. So treat overcharging the people a lot. They have some pattern, but block is been there. And also they're overcharging with 2 meters. And city manager said we only have a $2 million in our bank, and I found $41 million in our budget. So I really don't know. So I'm requesting city council member to do your job, to initiate forensic audit our water department and the billing process. It's been years. I've been victimized twice when I was local people. One time I'm lucky to Boston City pays back, but one time I couldn't because they said over years it's not going to be there. Even one time city, they charged me the water meters backward connected. I don't know how they read it. Every time they read it, they overcharge me, we have only people in the holes. So I really encourage city council members to initiating a logic for the financing, water financing and the bill processing. Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't put a note, but can I respond to Mr. Kim?
Just come up and sign up, please.
Thank you. Gabriel Trujillo, ladies and gentlemen, and here's an issue of credibility right here. Mr. Kim has none. Okay? Mr. Escobar is not a liar. Mr. Escobar has tried to do his job, is doing his job, and he is serving the citizens of Calexico. He is a fine and honorable man, and he is an asset to this community. And if there is a liar right here, it's Mr. Kim. I stand by what I said. Thank you.
Anybody else? That's all we have, thank you. We're down to city council comments. Start over here with Mr. Hodge. Yep.
I would recommend that we, city manager, and assistant manager expedite, this was brought up by Mr. Escobar, Councilman Escobar, expediting choosing or delegating council members to sit on specific commission meetings, so that we can attend, we can help, possibly we can report, and or commissions to make regular monthly or bi-monthly reports, recommendations to the city based on their work of the commission. Our commissions need a lot of work, and I'm going to keep pushing on this. These are 2 areas that we can improve upon. And furthermore, this is sort of embarrassing, and I don't know if this entails all commissions, but my appointee for the planning commission, she doesn't even have cards. So I strongly urge that the administration to at least give each commissioner their own personal commission cards. I mean, they put their time in, they need to be respected, and we need to listen to them. They need to be making recommendations to the city council. And that is it for me.
Thank you. Select.
I'm gonna keep plugging the Calexico Rotary Town Show that Carrillo
when she left, flooded earlier. It's, Saturday, October 20th at the Carmen Durazo building. It is for ages 11 and over. There is a first, second, and third prizes. First place is $300, second place is $200, third place is $100. It's the first annual. The signature event for the Calexico Rotary Club is the annual Craft Track, which is held in March. This will be, and it was actually instigated or proposed, I believe, by Officer Legaspi. So he was here a few minutes ago. Is he gone? Okay, so I'm sure he'll be back to re-announce this again. Saturday, October 20th, first ever Calexico Rotary Talent Show. Second, I want to commend our mayor, Mr. Pacheco. He kind of thought outside the box and proposed these community forums, the fourth Wednesday of every month. And it's an event that we want to publicize more to get people to come in. If they want to complain, they can complain. Hopefully constructive criticism, which is what we need, not just criticism, but constructive criticism. But again, it's open-ended to our community. I commend the mayor for opening those up, I believe as of last month. Yes. The date is, help me if I'm wrong, the fourth Wednesday of the month. And it will be held here at the East Quarters or in the city manager's conference room. 5:30. There's a lot of events, Mr. Dale, that have been announced today. I easily could count about a dozen or so. It's important that we maybe assist our chamber and assist our community in knowing what these events are, maybe putting them on our website and making sure that the website is updated on a consistent basis. And then lastly, I want to take some personal time to congratulate my 3 daughters. We're all August babies. My oldest turned 14 in August, my middle one turned 11, and my baby turned 6. So, si están viendo, felicidades. Las quiero. Thank you, Mr. Pacheco.
Happy birthday. Mr. Hill.
Just really quick, I want to make I'm gonna read a portion here that's always read on these public comments, and one of the parts says, while members of the public are encouraged to participate, it's unlawful to disturb or delay the council meeting with personal slanderous remarks. I know it's election season, everyone's trying to come up here and bash one another. I think it's very disrespectful. I think that do your politicizing outside of the quarters. Mr. Kim, coming up here and doing that is, you were here 4 years. You know better than that. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.
I think it's very, very important to continue to shop local. And the question that Ms. Hildy is asking us is, the answer is support the chamber. Forget the past, but we need to continue to support the chamber. It's the only chamber that we have. We're a very small community. There won't be another chamber. So instead of trying to reinvent another chamber, of course we need to support the one we have. Been pretty busy the month of August. I basically moved out of my home and gonna have Mr. Hodge kind of do some musical chairs here with our townhomes. But besides that, I've been trying to stay very involved with quite a bit with regard to economic development. And economic development to me right now is super important for the city of Calexico, because the city of Calexico will be then having a new port of entry very soon. And as visionaries and risk takers that business people are, when somebody sees that the possibility of facilitating the crossing of our border to cut it down to hopefully 50% wait times of what we've been looking at, that's what we want to promote in the city of Calexico, to let people know that the waiting times won't be as fast as before, and that the purpose of building this huge project and inconveniencing the city is for that, to be able to allow for a much more modernized door to come in. And that does bring a lot towards the conversation in economic development. I want to thank the city manager and the assistant city manager for working with me, and everything I have to say. I happen to be a business person here in downtown Calexico for so long. And what is it that the vision of the city of Calexico has for this port of entry and the areas immediately surrounding? Not only the traffic, but what it's going to look like. And we talked about the fact that now the city of Calexico has such a different look when you go out to the outlet center, it's just completely different than what that was before. And so this report of entry is great news. If those that have not yet known that it's happening, they're going to be knowing pretty soon. And so in consideration of what's going to be approaching, I myself have been in contact with our consul, our Mexican consul. Why? Because within the community of Calexico, there has always been this one overall interest, I would say, Mr. Pacheco, you probably know that the city of Calexico has the ability to have not only the sister city relationship, but have the businesses in Mexicali want to come and have an affiliate based company here in Calexico. And in actuality, there is a lot through our laws. I know that NAFTA is under attack a bit right now, but NAFTA does provide quite a bit of opportunities for our local businesses here in the United States and in Mexico that allows them to connect their corporate talent in engineering, in marketing, and many different things that businesses in Mexico, particularly, and in Canada, but we take advantage of our Mexican neighbors, to take advantage as well as for visas, for example, for investment. And so those tools are very important for our neighbors to understand that they exist and how they work and actually how easy they are to be able to obtain them when everything is set in place for you as an investor, a Mexican investor, to want to come and open a business in Calexico. Of course, we want you here in Calexico, but it's actually coming to the United States at any point. But we have talked about then, I'd like you to say this date as well, gentlemen, a visa training conference here by the council on the 3rd of October. And our target will be the Chambers of Commerce of Mexicali and the different industrial groups that are out there, and let them know the information. We're bringing down some expertise from San Diego, someone who lives and breathes immigration visas only. And it's going to be the second time he's come, but we're going to promote this a bit more, especially the fact that we have the new port of entry and that those opportunities are there. That's really exciting for me because I've always wanted to see that happen, and towards the end of our service here to the community, I hope we have a good reaction from that. And of course, working in conjunction with our economic development group and team, we'll make some new businesses happen in the city of Calexico, which I know by talking to the staff, there is quite a bit on the plate happening, and I find that very exciting, especially for the downtown area of Calexico. I think that the last thing that maybe I'll talk about is that also within the community activity that I've had quite a bit of involvement with our health concerns in the city of Calexico. And one of those concerns took me to have a conversation with LAPCO. And if any of you know, LAPCO is the local agency formation organization that oversees many of our services here locally. We had a very interesting conversation about that. And I think that what I basically insisted on letting LAFCO understand about Calexico is that Calexico is unique. And that because we don't have a hospital, our hospital is our ambulance on wheels, we saw what risk we were at in losing that. And that Calexico will ensure, and speaking for everybody, I guess, that we're going to be making sure that we take care of ourselves. We have resolved our ambulance issues. And I had a good positive meeting, but make sure that we also let everyone know that that uniqueness that exists about Calexico, we take that very seriously, and we hope that that means a lot to everyone else out there. So know that even though I may not be sitting on the seat, I continue to be active in the community about these concerns and making sure that the Calexico residents are operating. Thank you.
Thank you. I take part in the weekly meetings at the county for the elections, and they're throwing out some dates that Calexico will be provided with a mobile van where people can go and leave their voting ballots. And that'll be on the 22nd of October, and that's at the Dianza Hotel, which will have the on one corner the Dianza, and the other corner the other retirement home. I can't think of the name. Quintero. So that'll be there for those people they can draw, or anybody can drop off their ballots. And also the city hall will have on these following days 2 people collecting your drop-in mail by vote through the October 22nd and 25th from 9 to 4. 2 people will be here to collect your ballots, and also on the 29th of October to November 1st. If you want to drop by and leave your ballots here
that'll be good too, so people have access to getting their ballots into their, the elections, committee. So we're doing that, we're gonna get one more time, but that's what we've been doing for the past, 3 weeks. Those dates, we'll get them out to the clerk to, somehow put them out in either a water bill or something. And there's also a nice little, resolution that we're gonna follow up on. Other than that, it was, pretty calm, holiday, nothing happened, nothing, we're up to a convention. Not everybody's going, just a selected few people will be attending the League of Cities. We're four, and we're going to be sending a group of panelists to the convention. Yes, that's the 12th to the 14th. Thank you, Mr. Hans. Okay, moving along. We have a consent agenda. City manager report. Very good.
I had a long list of announcements, which many of them have already been made, so I crossed them off the list, but one of them I didn't hear. Tomorrow night in this very auditorium, we'll have a candidate orientation at 6 p.m. And so we'll have many of the department heads here to answer questions about how the city works. We'll have some presentations to do, so you're all welcome to come to that. It's tomorrow night at 6 p.m. in this chamber. So please feel free to attend. We also, tonight, we have our public works manager here, and I just want to call her out, Lily Valentine. And because I've got 2 items to discuss on public works. And I'm not sure that I could do the public works director job and the city manager without her help. She does all the work behind the scenes. I know she likes to stay behind the scenes, calling her out tonight. One of the things that she instituted was a downtown cleanup in the alleys. And we did that last month. And we were experimenting with a certain chemical and we did the cleanup. And after the next morning, assistant city manager and myself drove the alleys and it made a huge difference. And we plan to institute this once a month at least.
City number 5?
With that, yeah. No, it's a special chemical that helps. So we're working that. We also are going to start attacking the issues downtown. We're going to get a group together that includes probably 2 of the council members of public members of the downtown owners there, and try to figure out some situation with the transportation issues that are going on. And so we're going to, in the coming months, we're going to be working on that diligently. Just want to let you know on that one. Also, you can hear, for the first time really in a year since I've been here, these microphones are operational. And so maybe they need some little tune-up, but this is the best that they sound, and I'd like to thank the Public Works Manager for that as well. A bit of good news today, attended the County Oversight Board meeting, and they went ahead and approved refinancing the tax allocation bonds. What that means to us as a city is that it's going to save us about $180,000 a year on our general fund, at least the first year, and then maybe $100,000 or more after the year following. So great news on that. We've got other revenues that we're expecting that in the budget we talked about that are becoming a reality, and so we expect in probably October to come back to you with a request to increase our staffing because we are increasing our revenues. So that's great news, I think, and that's pretty much the wrap. I'd also like to turn it over to our assistant city manager.
I just want to follow up on 2 things that have been part of the agendas for the city council in the past couple of months. I want to say that last Thursday, the city of Calexico successfully submitted to the Housing and Community Development Department in Sacramento our grant application for $500,000. So we can once again, after 3 years, offer first-time home buyer assistance, in addition to home rehabilitation. In addition to home rehabilitation loans as well. The more that I converse with HCD, the more opportunities it surface. And I don't jump the gun, I'll be coming back in the coming meetings and sharing more information on those opportunities. Which I want to say are extremely important for our community. That's the least that we can do for them. On another note, I guess it's the lucky night for Ms. Palomir because I do have something to acknowledge as well. In late July, once again, in previous months, I presented to this council and I received authorization to proceed and submit all required documentation to SCAT's Active Transportation Program to potentially secure the other 50% that we need to finish our parkway project. I want to say, and I want to credit Ms. Liliana Javier for the diligent work that she did in assisting us in not only completing that application, but submitting it on time. So thank you for that, Lily.
Assistant City Manager, I would like, I know she's gonna hate me for this, but I'd like her to stand up and have all the cameras on at this moment while we all clap for the great job she's doing.
So I do want to point out,
Let me take a picture of her?
Sure.
Okay.
For Facebook or Instagram. No.
Get in front of get in front of
Well, thank you very much for the acknowledgement, but I also want to thank, as part of the improvements that we did doing at downtown, also thank the chief of police, because, the traffic controllers assisted us also with cleaning certain sections, red curves, signal, and the handicap ramps. So, it's a group effort that we're all doing between public works as well as the, police department and other departments.
And I don't want to let this go by, but what you did for the groundbreaking, setting up, and all the chairs and the shade and the delicious water. Everything was perfect. I think you were organized, and the conference, the press conference, well, thank you for that.
All right, thank you.
good job. I just have one last thing to mention, and that is that there was a very important meeting that we had last week with the Office of Assessment Garcia. The reason that we had that meeting was to touch on a number of items that I briefed the community and the city council on in previous meetings. But there's one important thing that I want to acknowledge, and given that we are a farm labor community, not only here in Calexico but in the valley, I feel that we have not been as proactive as we should in having a lot of resources that exist through the Department of Agriculture for the farm labor community here in the valley. Specifically, I'm focused in Calexico right now, obviously. And I do want to share that we're looking at those opportunities that can create better quality of life while our farm labor workers are in our city. So again, like my previous item, more to report on that in coming meetings, but I do want to share that we're being very proactive in terms of looking out because there's a lot of low-hanging fruit that we can get. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Figueroa. Okay, now we can move on to the consent agenda, and I'd like to just kind of, if it's okay, accept 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Mayor, there's,
Okay. Which item? Yes, we're gonna look at that one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to hold on 12 and then 13. If there's a motion to accept 3 through 13.
make a motion to accept 3 through 11 and 13.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Someone's going to speak on item number 12. Thank you for the funny language. So
I believe that there's some people who's not lying, and even the person was not here.
Mayor,
Okay, and then, I know that, number 12, they were passing by the council, but at this point, I can't, I know, even I don't, I against it, I cannot, I don't have a way to stop it. But I do my major concern, one of the reasons that I stopped it, but that completes it to maybe make sure safety for our community. And, there is a word and the test. So I'm afraid to, this company, they might gonna have a tasting room so people can smoke. I hope not that way. I learned that so much street in the Calexico how they treat it. They lying, but they call other people liar, they corrupted, they call other people corrupted. And they corrupted what's called, governments, and they corrupted again. Same thing, a lot of the tricks. So I'm afraid of the tricks coming to hurting our children or community. And also, I believe that the military has to be very accountable. And I believe that the makes our community be safer. I don't want to see the products from Calexico, the pocket from our kids, for our community members. But here, so much sneaky people in here this time. So I urge you to make sure to charge a high fee for them to get enough funds to have enforcement to keep the community safe. Thank you. Anybody else on the item I recall?
Mr. Pacheco, can you respond? Can I? No.
Sick individual, Kim. Here to you. There's nothing sneaky about being transparent, Mr. Kim, just so that we can educate each other. It was put to the council was transparent, the council voted, and it was 5-0, Mr. Kim. And as your allegations as to being a liar, you are a liar, Mr. Kim.
You're dealing with it from the people? Can I go there then?
Okay, go ahead. No. Wait. I'm sorry. You talking to the story. I'm not saying that I can take it out to prove it. I was against it, but they protested. My main concern is secondly is the safety of the community. Okay?
That's real?
It was transparent, Mr. Kim. Thank you.
Goodness, I'm gonna
If
miss
you
it.
ask questions from there, please, that's fine.
We get back on the item, we have cards there for the common honor, I think at this point in time, council can deliberate.
I make a motion that we approve number 12.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Pass.
I'm sorry, I was gonna say no.
I just want to thank you, we were talking about the ballots. There was gonna be a pickup in the answer.
Hotel the answer.
Now, does that still require postage or not?
No postage.
Okay, thank you, that's
You're
what I
welcome.
wanted to know.
Thank you. We're down to item 14, discuss potential action items. Authorize city manager to sign change order number 1 with Hazard Construction in the amount of $305,237 for street improvement projects, asphalt, rubber composite, layer overlay on designated streets, project number 2018-100.
I have a question, this seems like a huge change order, I've never been a fan of them. I can understand maybe a 5% change order on something unless this is something an extraordinary circumstance that's come up, is there a backup on that?
Well, the majority of the change order is going to go in and, for the base, that goes under the curb and gutter. Unfortunately, when we bid out the project, that part was not part of the original contract. So the majority of the change order is going into that. We do need the base and the curb and gutter, so we don't have any issues, in the future.
And my question is, obviously this is $305,000 and anything over $10,000 should go off the bid. Is there, can we get this bid itself and possibly get another company that does it? I mean, I know Hazard got the first contract, but this is a huge amount to just kind of.
Well, actually, as a construction, we did the original contract, when we received the bid, we only received two bids, it was aggregate size and half construction. Half construction was a low bid. I believe aggregate size was 4.2 million, so they're still under, second lowest bidder of the company.
Yeah, but aggregate didn't have that also in the bid. So, I mean, well, I personally feel that change orders, should be at a very minimum. I think city manager, we talked about that before. This is an extraordinary circumstance, it wasn't on there, so I understand that. But it is 305,000. I'm just personally somebody that thinks that everything should always go out for bid, just for transparency, RFP projects. I just think that's important.
Okay, any,
If I might. So a lot of these things, except for the base, the city added after the fact. We're out in the field, we see that, okay, there's additional curb and gutter that needs to be replaced, there's additional sidewalk. We did do the plans in-house, and unfortunately, I would take some of the blame on this one, because typically the plans I've produced, I just said less than 5%. And this is a $3.6 million project as we stand. And I might also mention, these are Measure D funds, which, I mean, doesn't change the fact that it's a change order. But quite frankly, I didn't have time to review them as much as I would have normally. And so, I can take the blame a little bit on that, but these are items that are necessary. These are items that when we see them out in the field, we realize that this needs to be done. And if you get another company to do it, just those items, you won't get the same prices because we have a larger project involved.
If you take responsibility for 305,000, like 3 years of your salary. Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, ultimately, I have to take responsibility no matter what, but I'm the public works director. Normally, I would spend a couple of days, take a plan, go out there. I just simply didn't.
I understand. Everybody's spread thin.
items that weren't in the original bid.
Correct. So we added sidewalk, curb and gutter, driveways, and the detail that shows the curb and gutter did not have this class 2 base under it. And so that's necessary. So we have to have that. So there's no question.
Yeah, I understand that. The only thing is we're going with, again, whether they're Measure D, whether they're, general fund, whether it's, a grant, whatever it is, it's money. It's money that could be spent on something else. And my only issue is $305,237 is we're just, hey, Hazard, how much do we for this? Boom, you add it to what they're making instead of actually trying to go up a bit and say, see, just to make sure that they're
line
on
items. When we bid them out, they're so much for curb and gutter, so much for driveway, so much. So it's not like we're asking for a different price. They're going the bid price.
How much was the but that wasn't on this, right? All right, no worries.
Okay, we're going to call for the question then. For item 14, all those in favor?
Mr. Pacheco, I
We have a speak up? Oh, sure. I'm sorry, who's the, Mr. Kim?
Yeah, just one of my speakers, they used to be on the item and correct the personal remarks, and also whoever submit you see an item with a card that's for the card.
Okay, thank you for the, working for the succeeding.
and to try to make it better. But what I understand, Major D, we already borrowed the money, we have cash in our back pocket. And why don't we do different projects in different areas at the same time? Why we have to wait every year, little by little, and during our city street, lots of streets bad conditions. What I'm trying to say, why don't we hire 2, 3, 4 companies to do so? We are city only doing for the what's called the overseeing or managing this project. So why we cannot hire 3, 4 companies together since we have money there? Why we sitting down our money to support the community? So I like to see the similar project and all at the same time to take company or 4 companies, so we can do a lot faster to community. Community's been suffering years. For example, $30 million, the city of Calexico, they use the first making money. They don't then be sitting down there and maybe they say the best way to $1 million a year. And we pay interest, we don't serve the community. There's over 10 years like that. So I like to see the project to lots of different areas, different sections. We can fix our streets more faster. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell. We'll call for the question for item number 14. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll make the motion to approve. Second. Aye.
Oh, back, I'm sorry, you called for the question first, and now you want to ask.
There was no motion. Yeah,
Did you do the motion?
yeah, I second.
Mr. Hart, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I vote. Adopt. Number 15, adopt resolution 2018. City Council, City Calexico authorizing the city manager and his designee to endorse the master agreement, program supplement agreements, fund exchange agreements, fund transfers agreement, and any amendments entitled administering agency, federal or state funded projects for project number HPLUL 5168 015, New River Parkway improvement.
What you have here in front of you, City Council and members of the community, is an item that pretty much, as the City of Calexico being the administrating agency for the monies that have been received both by through the federal government and the state of California for the Calexico Parkway project, the project that sits behind the Calexico Airport and right in the middle of the 400 Westside homes in the city of Calexico, spread between the Second Street Bridge and the Alderman Canal side. We're at a point right now in which we are ready to sign all agreements and necessary documentation to begin the construction phase of our Parkway project. The money that you have here that we're going to be looking at will pay for phase 1B. Phase 1B covers the majority of the center of the project in the west side of town. Going back to my earlier statement, the other 50% that we're pursuing through another state agency will cover phase 1A and phase 2. So with that, we would have, hopefully, if that comes through, the 100% of the dollars needed to complete the project. At this point right now, we're at a point in which we will be ready to bid out the project, and we will be looking to do that as soon as we can arrange and handle all these process matters with the state of California and the federal government.
Thank you. Comment?
Yes.
I want to congratulate go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I want to congratulate the city administration, city staff. It's been a long time coming. I know the folks that live in the Nosotros Park, Las Casitas area are extremely ecstatic. I know several people that whenever I see them, the first thing they say is, awesome. So congratulations. This is great for Calexico, especially great for those people that have suffered for decades this issue.
It's been 14 years in the works.
Oh, well, my same compliments. It has been a long time, and I remember working with you on it many years ago. So it's great to see that we're at this stage now in fruition. I just had a question, the local match, the 181,000, what fund is that coming from?
we received, matching funds through Assembly Bill 1079 that actually triggered the federal money, which is what's outlined in the breakdown here in your backup documentation. So it's all money that in essence has been secured for quite some time now. If we want to be specific, since 2009. However, we're now at a point in which we can actually put it to use.
Very good, thank you.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion
I
to
will
approve.
take it. Is there a second?
Second.
All those, Mr. Kim?
It's gonna be positive, right, Mr. King?
So you're gonna see the positive or negative. If you guys are doing good, then I'm gonna be positive. If you guys are gonna be sneaky, then I'm gonna be negative. Okay, when I was mayor, especially this project was, state level, was pushing very hard to get this on fund for us. Actually, I was representing the state assemblyman, and then was calling the state senate, Ben Wessel. They were pushing at the state level. They help us to get funds through to this project. But my question is, why we have to wait 2 years? We've been starting to 2016. Why we have to wait this much? So, please, again, our council duty is serving the community. So, I understand the several issues in there, but again, I was council member to try to bring better service for the community. It's just not, it's just like you're showing up here. So I'm very happy to see this one, but I wish I could see more faster than this one. Thank you.
So we voted on item 15. Is there a motion to accept item 15?
Motion to accept 15.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I vote. Anyone for item 16 to discuss? Nobody for item 16.
Motion for its approval?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I vote. Get out the red booth. Red booth. I got two. Go for it.
This is an item that is near and dear to my heart. Ronald McDonald, for an obvious reason, people that know me already know specifically why. This is Brady Children's Hospital. They support a lot of low to moderate income families. Remember, Brady Children's Hospital is the hospital for any child that is sick or that has had an accident. It is the hospital for us. And most of us obviously don't have a house in San Diego, especially when the average housing price is $573. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is they offer a fabulous service: breakfast, lunch, and dinner, housing accommodations. If you can afford it, I think they charge $60 per day, which is nothing. The people that have used their services can attest to what I'm saying, that they are bringing a tremendous asset to the low to moderate income community, especially the community of Calexico. And again, because we have no housing in San Diego for the most part. So again, this foundation is near and dear to my heart, and I appreciate the council in voting 5-0 to waive this fee.
25% of Imperial Valley uses their services, so it's a good cause. Item 17, anybody who's there? Kim.
Mr. Pacheco, remembering me now. And also I'm glad to see we are hiring our officers, especially safety officers. And as a government, if we fail to safety of the public, we fail to everything. So I like to see more. Since I was here, I'm going to put the 17 18 together and in the top. And especially, we need a lot more police officers too. We don't have much enough manpower to serve the community. When anything happens, we don't have manpower to investigating what happens. And so many issues we have. We cannot do our job without enough budget. It's ratio for the ratio from the NA, they have 1.5 officers, 1.5 officers in state level for the 10,000 population. And LA County, they have 2.5 officers for the each 1,000 population. Calexico, 40, how much will you get? So that's one of the major issues we have, creating our safety issues for the community. The community is still complaining a lot. So please be alert with the council members I'd like to see this one more openly, to have a more safety officers hired. Thank you.
To approve the hiring of 2 entry-level firefighters / EMS. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5-0.
To comment to you, Mr. Kim, I think that this administration has been extremely responsible, especially with what has occurred in all these years. But you're looking at this now because that responsibility was taken very seriously. And with the work of our fire chief, finding more revenues. And so the combination of the great work and great effort and just trying a lot harder, that's why you're seeing what's happening in here right now. So the day that this administration decides and believes that it will be possible to bring more, they will. But they're not doing that. They're only doing what they can at this point to ensure that we are being increasing our size of our firefighters very responsibly. Just want to make sure that responsibility is the key at this point.
I'm very happy about this for both police and fire. This is well overdue. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. City Manager, did you say there's a possibility for more hiring in October?
Correct. Right now, we're on a sort of a hiring freeze based on the budget that we had, and that we hadn't realized some of our revenues, and now we're starting to see those revenues. And in October, we plan to bring back the new revenues in the budget and ask for those hirings.
I hope very much that comes to fruition. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Yes, it's a win-win for us, and we do need more boots in both departments. Item 18, approved hiring of 2 entry-level police officers. Anybody?
I would like to make a motion to approve it,
Second.
but also make a comment. I'm gonna go back in time a little bit, but this is something that I know Acuna and me had several meetings about the police department and back and forth, and it truly makes me happy to see that you guys are still here. It makes me happy to see the fire department still here. But it's important to understand how this is coming about and how it came about. This didn't come about without sacrifices from your guys' end, that's for sure. All right, your wallets have been hit heavily, and this was hard for everybody. I think anybody up here wants to see people take pay cuts, people take hits, union members take it, but it was evident when you would see, at least from my point being up here the last almost 4 years, it was evident that when I got here, there was a different council, and the council members at the time didn't understand that there's only so much money. There's only, the pizza can only be sliced so many ways, and that's the way it is. It's unfortunate, but there had to be there had to be that sacrifice on all your guys and from everybody in the city to be able to get to this point where we, I guess I could say, financially, I'm not saying we're in a great position, but I think we're stable. We went from a point of being almost $9 million overspent to now where we know where we're at, thanks to and my hats off to leadership now, Armando Villa when he was here, it was tough. When he took that city manager position, when he saw the first numbers, along with our consultant, our finance consultant, um, it was evident that something had to give. And I want to thank every single one of you police officers, and city staff for that matter, because you guys saw the situations. You know what? You guys love Calexico, and we're willing to do everything to get there. Maybe someday in the future, if we continue in a better path, and our economic development is stronger, and we get more tax revenue and businesses, hey, if we could get you guys back on track with raises, hey, fine, so be it. If there's money, why not? And I hope that happens in the future. But I definitely want to say, that I completely approve of this. Two is nothing. I know you guys did more than that. It's a step in the right direction. So, I make a motion to approve this.
I want to make a comment as well. Comment. I also wanted to add to what I'm going to say to the officers, that besides the fact that what we're looking at now is so positive in the aspect that we're recovering from a larger force than what we've been having to work with, we all know also that a couple of years ago we also did not have a force that was, we were able to actually say we were community focused. And that is also something we need to recognize that has been turned around. And that also was with the help of the evolution of the better management that we have now, and the assistance of the different agencies that came and assisted us to get better. And I know that we all are out there in the community seeing the difference. And I want to tell you all that all these years of watching what has evolved, I'm very proud of you. And so now, right now, I think that I can say that we leave our term here knowing that Calexico is that much safer and that much more taken care of. So on behalf of the community, we really do appreciate all of this, and welcome aboard anyone new to our department. Thank you.
Anybody else?
I motion to second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Congratulations. More boots in the street. Item 19. Resolution to City of Calexico approve the recordation of final map subdivision 059 330 001. 6 lots of set subdivision. Is there a motion? Yes. Motion to approve. Is there a second? Mr. Hart, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
By vote, thank you. Item 20. Appointment of a rep to the Imperial Elections Ad Hoc Committee. I've been going for the past month, so I'll put myself on that ad hoc.
Anybody but Todd.
Okay, so I'm attending that meeting. In fact, we have a meeting today. Our next one will be in December the 5th after the election.
Oh, yeah. No, he wanted to say something. I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mr. Romero, did you sign a card? We didn't know.
No, actually, you thought he was gonna get called up.
He's a VIP. He used to work here,
Yeah, first of all, greetings to the general public and to staff and city council. And thank you for moving on this item 19. But seeing the dynamic of the meeting tonight and all the participation and all the projects and all the events taking place, I just wanted to add that well, first of all, I want to commend all staff. City staff is great. They're awesome. They work very hard. Lily, Gabby, David, Miguel, and all of those who you're not showing their face tonight, believe me. The good people, Ralph was here. No, he's here. Yeah. And
He's falling asleep.
I just want to commend them. I was a city employee, and I can see that you guys have the best of the best right now on all the departments at all levels. So I just want to commend them, and then I want to, what Renison said about, they didn't hear about Calexico, it reminded me about a movie, an English movie. This town in England wasn't eligible to be on the map because they needed a couple of yards to be on, I guess, on a certain contour level. So all the town started bringing buckets, to the tallest hill in the town so they could qualify, so they could be eligible to be on the map. And heck, when I heard that they didn't know about Calexico, I'm like, hey, I've been living here 33 years and they don't know about us. We have to raise our voice. We have to do something. Maybe we have to do a coalition of all the border towns, or maybe we have to send a committee out there to, I don't know, to the White House. But we are a very important town in California. Very important. Just maybe as important as San Diego. We're the entry on the Imperial County, Imperial Valley, and we should be proud of that. And we should feel blessed about it. And what else I wanted to say? At 60, I start forgetting things. So the other thing was that I can see the council is acting very professional. You guys listen to anybody who wants to speak. That's great. That's the essence of our democracy. See, we may not agree on every item, right? But we listen. We respect that. And that's it.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes.
Is that your son?
Yes.
Did he just graduate and receive a degree?
Yes.
Actually, like 2 years ago, I recently died.
Okay, and you cheated. That was a late post.
No, it wasn't late post. I just got my degree, like the physical one. I just graduated like 2016, but I'm still celebrating it, so it's like.
We're just celebrating.
So you're celebrating, huh?
Mr. Romero, thank you for the comments, and thank you for being here, and you're an asset to the community also. I just want to say that. Thank you.
Working together.
God bless you.
Okay, so I'll make the motion to approve,
You approved 19, and we're on 20.
appointment as representative for the county.
I appointed myself to that.
I will appoint you. Anybody but Harvey?
I don't know.
Oh, it's your appointment or, is it a mayor appointment? Oh, absolutely. All right.
That you can take a motion or consent. You already are.
Consensus?
Okay, I'll accept that. Yeah, that's true. Item 21, appointment of mayor, and administrative hearing officer pursuant to municipal code section 1.2.7.090, hearing officer. We do have one name, and that is Mr. Iran Martinez.
Good choice. Now you have a lot of appointments. I agree. Consensus. Yes.
Reserved. Okay, 21. 22, I don't have anyone for that position. I'm gonna shake the bushes and the callejones and look for somebody to be on that.
Centinela State Prison?
Is in the committee, so I owe you that.
Is that from the council or from anybody?
I think it's out at large.
Mr. King? Or that one?
It's a citizen to the advisory.
Yeah. So let me, I'll come back to you on that one, please. Item number 23.
Mr. Mayor?
I'm sorry?
Mr. Mayor, I would like to appoint you for item number 23 on the ICTC.
Good. Good.
More
I
stuff.
like to say that. More work. Which is fine.
Because he's retired and he gets all his job.
Mr. Pacheco, I submitted paper 20, supposed to 23, but 22. But 23 hours, I will stop.
21 or 22?
I put the 22, but it's 23, I misnumbered.
We're gonna talk on which item, Mr. Kim.
Oh, we're not on 23 yet.
The 23,
We're at 23 right now.
We're on,
Yes.
stay there.
change the benefit.
Stay there though, because it's next.
Okay, I'll accept the appointment for the ICTC board.
That is item
need, one alternate, so I don't know who's.
Anyone but
No, I
us?
didn't like it. So you're talking about
No,
23.
I love being on it.
You gotta speak
I've
for
been there for 6 years.
Can be the alternate?
I'm not the speaker.
I'll be the alternate. I'll be the alternate.
Well, let's put Mr. Hodge as the alternate and add anything. Okay, all those in favor of accepting Mr. Hodge as the alternate and myself as a rep?
Aye.
Hold on.
I'm not
We
sure.
have a speaker.
Okay. Since I was involved with the politics, I noticed county is after city of Calexico. They take a lot of things away from the Calexico. Yeah. For example, ICTC, they taking 25 cents from our, 0.25% of our sales tax, they taking the county. They're creating ICTC, but what ICTC did to us? Actually, they make it easy to transferring our customers to the other city. So we see a Calexico losing possible customers.
Mr. Kibitz, for the appointed item.
Yes. So it's they leave it at ICTC, that's what I'm talking. So I expect that anybody from the council member to go to ICTC as a board and have to fight for the city of Calexico's interest. But right now, they're using our money and using us to achieving the county or the city's benefit, not Calexico's. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. Anybody for item number 24, Ms.?
Mr. Mayor, I'm interested in that appointment.
Let's look at that. We need to appoint a primary representative to one and one alternate to the IDDC. Mayor, I'm on the board, I'm actually the treasurer for IDDC. So I do that under my private business, not as a member of the city council.
Is it okay if you wear those two hats?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just wanted to disclose that.
I would like to appoint Mr. Escobar and Mr. Hodges alternate. No. Oh, you want to be on it? I mean, you're on it right now. You're on it right now.
Yes, so we're two hats.
Okay.
Okay, we'll accept, Mr. Escobar as the rep and Mr. Hodge as the alternate. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And we have following appointments at 25. Anybody? No.
My question on the personnel, I don't have anybody, that's the one I need to do.
Okay.
Do we have any cases up right now? Am I in a hurry?
I don't think there's anything burning right now. Who has for A? Anybody who's economic development finance advisor? Mr. Rab, do you have anybody? For
No.
A?
No, I haven't talked to the city manager on this. I don't know if there's a lot of pressing issues, but, seems to appoint somebody for like 2 months. I don't know. Go through ethics training, spend the money and everything before, you know what I mean?
You can also sit in.
I can say, okay, I'll do that, that's fine.
But I can't sit in the personnel, that's different, right?
Yes.
Because those are usually cases.
Right.
Right?
You have a comment, Mr. Escobar?
No,
Okay. Mr. Hodge, anybody for the bid?
Not at this point, but I can sit in.
Okay.
And just to, actually the bid, I think we can't sit in here. Hold on a second, no. Basically the only reason I think it's better to wait is because of the cost. I know that there is a cost to every commissioner for, business cards and training and all that stuff. I think we should wait for the council comes in and makes their own plan.
We don't give them business cards for probationary periods on that.
Some people want badges.
We'll wait on the measure rate.
I don't get business cards, so.
We'll wait for measure rate and, that's it. We'll hold off on your, measure rate.
Mayor Pacheco, I have a comment. Just speaking right now with our city attorney, I think it would be appropriate right now, since we're discussing the subject, if we could have, a direction from the city council to formally consider creating a commission made up of the WIC and the Economic Development Commission, considering obviously the legalities of that, that's something that I would work with our city attorney on. So we avoid this, gap of not meeting with the, now that we're picking up the conversation about downtown and opportunities that are coming, it would seem appropriate that we interact and have the same dialogue. So if we can get that direction on our end, we can move forward on that.
Attorney, is this an appropriate time to give that direction, or should we wait to have it on next meeting's agenda?
We would obviously have to bring it back for approval.
Okay.
Can I understand the request?
There was a
Basically, is
discussion-
to bring the bid inside the economic development.
There was a discussion last time, there was never any direction.
Well, because one has money and the other doesn't.
That, those are the question figures on that item, so, I mean.
Yeah, we shouldn't be talking about that.
Well,
Okay, who's for
I
don't see anything wrong with adding the bid to the economic,
let's do it this way. I think this is the best legal way, is when it comes to future agendas, I can put it on the future agenda.
Oh, no, that's, yeah, we're not gonna vote on it now.
Are we on future agenda yet?
I think we're closing, 25 and future agenda.
Okay. I'm gonna, future agenda items, I will bring up the consolidation of, the bid and possible, economic development and financial advisory board. With that, I also, and I've been saying this for a while, I think I'm gonna leave this council obviously a lot wiser. And one of the things that I would like future councils to consider is that other cities, other places have council members that kind of have not necessarily job titles, but I definitely think that there should be, the council should have a role. And what I'm trying to say is, some council members can be in charge of, looking at parks, others economic development, others, for example, City of Mexicali does that, and each council member has a role, and they alternate that role as well. And I think it's important because sometimes I feel like all 5 council members are running around trying to do everything, when in reality we could be a lot more focused and say, Mr. Hodge, this year you're going to be in charge of parks.
I totally agree with you. I mentioned.
Yeah, but I said it first. Okay?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
So.
I have firsts.
I don't know. But yeah, that's something that hopefully in the future, that could be done. I think it just kind of gives everybody a job, to do, versus everyone wants to, we're not all running like chickens without heads. So, but yes, I agree on this possible consolidation, looking at the legalities of it and going from there. And one other agenda item, again, I've probably said it up here 100 times, and Rockwood closure, our city square there with the new, with everything happening, and I can't wait to see that come to fruition sometime in the near future. I think that's going to be a game changer for downtown. Really, make it a community, a place where the community can go and have concerts, and the farmers markets and all that stuff. I know we talked about it as far as getting a pilot program going. It shouldn't be that hard to do. Maybe we can start with that and kind of, go from there. So that's it. Thank you.
Comments for our future agenda items?
Yes.
Mr. Hodge?
Thank you, Mr. Dale. You pretty much took away everything I was going to say about future agenda items. But there's one area regarding downtown, and I want to commend you and Mr. Figueroa and the staff, especially for the planning commission passing the mixed use. That's extremely important, and it's something that I've been wanting for a long time. But Councilman Escobar brought up a little while back, and I'd like
for you to investigate or pursue it a little more, maybe get back to us, and that is, the idea of, gating up the alleys and locking them up at specific times to keep them clean. That's one area that I would like to, get a report on, okay?
That note, anything on the right tails that is like cross, Bakersfield, Tequila, Riverside, Pumpkin,
All those items are those things we're gonna address in the future months.
Okay.
Motion to
Chairman,
adjourn.
most,